Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Junkyard Digs. On today's episode, we are in Minnesota in the C10. I'm in the middle of filming last week's episode, and I am on my way right now to pick up a Honda three-wheeler that has been sitting for a long time. It's in rough shape, it needs a lot of help, and we have less than 24 hours before we leave deeper into Minnesota to ride this thing for the first time in years. Let's get it going. In typical Junkyard Digs fashion, everything for this episode is completely out of order and total chaos. So to tell the story, let's back up a little bit and build some context. For the last 6 days, I have been in Minnesota working on a Chevy C10 that has been abandoned for 30 years. My friends Ezra, Angus, Bob, and myself have pulled out the blown up 350 diesel and swapped in a 455-inch big block Oldsmobile. The goal for the end of the video is to drive way up into northern Minnesota for a three-wheeler adventure with my buddy Ezra. However, I know he has pretty nice three-wheelers and I ride like an idiot most of the time and I don't want to ruin any of his. Thankfully, in conversation, Bob mentioned that he had a 250SX that's been sitting in the shed for quite some time. Being that that's one of my favorite chassis, it's local and it's cheap, it seems perfect for a three-wheeler revival. With that being said, let's go back in time to the night before and meet the three-wheeler for the first time. Oh, hello. Okay. This isn't an S10, is it?
No. It's a Mitsubishi Mighty Max.
Well, this thing's badass, dude.
Why, thank you. Not for sale. However, I will sell you a three-wheeler.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what we're here for. Oh, boy. I bet you will sell me that.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Bob.
$30,000.
Oh, how can I say no? It's a screaming deal. I would be screaming if I had to pay that. Well, she's, that doesn't do anything. That's stuck.
Well, that's new.
That one does something. There's no key. There's no headlight. Oh, it's down there. LED conversion. Does the kickstart still good? Bob, where's the kickstart? Oh, it's behind it. It shouldn't go back that far. What in the hell? Bob.
It's mint. I don't know what you're talking. It's got new tires in the back.
It does. It does have good rear tires. The front is like a lawnmower tire. It's way too small.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what? You helped me all week on the C10, and I owe you for that, so I'll buy this from you.
All right. $30,000?
No. We'll figure that part out. Huzzah! What the hell is this thing? What the hell? Oh, snowplow. I knew that.
Well, you barely get snow down in Iowa.
Yeah, you're not kidding any, bud. What?
What?
I think I just spoke Swahili. There she is. Come along. We're going to take good care of you, you old turd bucket. Freedom.
It's out.
All right. Well, that went pretty well. Thank you, Bob, for enduring upon to me even more pain and suffering.
Anytime.
No, I'm excited for this. This will be fun. All we got to do is make everything work first.
The seat works.
Does it, Bob?
It doesn't work well, but it works.
And with that, the next morning, I showed up to load it up, which brings you guys up to speed. Let's get this sucker back to the farm and get to work. Okay, so we have made it to the farm. If you guys haven't been following along with the series of stuff on the farm up here in Minnesota, we've been given access to this farm that was full of abandoned cars, and we're getting them running. There's plenty left to do at a later time, but we've gotten this Bonneville running. We've gotten that 56 running. We've pulled a 5.7 diesel out of this truck, which was abandoned for 30 years in the woods. The tags still say 93. Shoved a 455 from a car that was sitting around in its place, and I'm going to be using this to haul our three-wheeler to northern Minnesota so we can go romp this around. In order to make that happen, we need to get this thing running. As you saw, it has lots of issues, like carburetor, ignition, just everything really. So let's get this sucker out of here and get to work, because we've only got a few hours before the last day is up. Come on, the old farm machine. We got fences to fix. I love that suspension. If you don't know a lot about the Hondas, I'll give you a brief introduction quick. This is obviously a Honda three-wheeler, this one being the 250SX. This was the last one in their sport utility lineup that they made. This was more oriented towards sport. The Honda 250 ES, same engine, shaft drive, same axle, fully suspended, bigger, big rack. That one was their pure utility vehicle. This was the more fun side of that. They also made a 350X and a 200X at the time, as well as in 1985 the 200M, which was the leftover hardtail 200 chassis from before. With all that blabbering being said, we have a battery in here. I'm going to assume it's dead. It's not. It has power. Cool. Bob said the kickstart does not work. I can't help but agree, seeing that it's like 3/4 uninstalled from the motor, which is interesting. She ain't bad. Frame's good, motor's clean. To start things off, I suppose our key is missing and our carburetor is stuck, so let's get the key hooked up, see if we can get the ignition working, and hit this with a little brake clean, see that it pops off. And then we can move on to getting the carb working and hopefully have this thing riding in a couple hours. One bolt in the back, and the tank comes right off. One of the best parts about these later machines is that the plastics just go click and come right off. Stinks really bad like old gas. Where is our wiring harness for Mr. Key? I'm guessing it's this. Okay, I'm gonna go black to black, assuming red to red, spade to spade, that's easy enough. I think someone's tried this before. Ta-da, we got power. Well shit, that was easy enough. Does it crank? Oh, hell yes. The battery even has like decent charge left in it. This thing's gonna fire off immediately. How stuck is... Oh, there. Carburetor just freed up. Classic Honda fixing itself. Alright, let's see if she does anything. Oh, there was a sign of spark. Let's pull the spark plug. That should have made noise by now. Yeah, she's a little oily, not gonna lie. And our boot is ripped up, which probably problematic. Yes and no. Apparently if I tap the starter, like tap, 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 then the spark keeps going. That's weird, I've never seen that. I guess I'll try that. That's the most Honda thing ever. Yeah man, it runs great. We gotta tap the starter 3 times to get the spark going. I think the tap method actually worked right there. If I had a guess, she's full of old fuel and could definitely use the carb gone through, but for shits and giggles, let's drain the old tank, put fresh gas in the tank, cover it like I was with my hand right there, and see if it pulls itself, like pulls all this shit out and starts running. Well, in draining the tank, I've learned that our new looking petcock seems to be plugged up. It also looks like this tank was coated, or someone took an attempt at coating it. What the hell? There we go. Alright, that one's working. That one's working. Okay, good. We'll consider that fixed and deal with the consequences of it leaking later. Alright, let's get that on, fill it up with gas. Yep, I don't think she's going to start idling for us, so let's go ahead and pull that carburetor off. It's all O-rings, should be pretty easy to go through. To make life easier, I'm going to take our air box out. Pop the rubber boot off. This should come straight up. Take the boot out. And now, we simply have a fuel line, a throttle connection, which is loose, a overflow tube, which is already off, and the front carb boot, which is potentially also loose. For the carb boots, there's just a big Phillips hose clamp, essentially. Now this is a lot different than the normal Honda carbs. These are the newer 80s carbs, I think. That being said, I don't even know entirely. I don't think I've had one of these off before. There we go. Once he's out of the way, you can get to the throttle cable. Go ahead and push it all the way up like this, and pull the cable out of this eyelet right here. Maybe I can do it halfway up so you guys can see. It's always so difficult to film this short stuff. There we go. Once that's out, you can, I guess, how the hell do you have to get this out? There's no way you're supposed to twist this 100 times. Wow, these suck. Why did they ever go away from the old style carbs? Those were so much better. I can get away with doing this. I can. Okay. There's that guy. With that off, I can lean this over in the boot, get in here with a wrench or a needle nose and loosen our choke, and take off our fuel line way down there and pull this out of the way. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that was a bit of a pain in the butt to get out. There we go, there's one. But either way, with a bunch of wiggling and twisting and stuff, she's out of there. So let's pop our bowl off, get a look at what we got going on. Well, that's not very dirty. Well, you know, idle. Well, let's start on the main. Pretty sure this guy's just fine, seeing that it would rev out and run fine up top. And there's a bit of shit in it, actually. The main hole through is okay, but all these orifices on the side, these little emulsion tube holes, have seen slightly better days. Ouch. Burns the old finger. Ooh, apparently I have a cut there. Mother of God. It just keeps getting deeper. Ah! Stop it! A little bit of crap on that one too. Some gunk right here. Might be a little plugged up actually. Can't quite see through it. Now this, I believe, is our idle jet. He is completely plugged. I can't see through it at all. It's too small for you guys to probably see at all, but literally no light coming through that. So this is a torch cleaner. It's for cleaning torch tips. An oxyacetylene torch. But it works excellent because it has these little flutes right here that help clean out the hole. That is a tiny, tiny hole. There we go. Yeah, get through there. I doubt you guys can see it, but now there is a hole through that jet. But he's good. Next up, our pilot jet, or whatever the hell this guy's called. Oh yeah, he's got some crap in him. Look at that. Ew. Icky. Unfortunately, not even my smallest little cleaner can get through a 38 on this set, so. Alright, we'll have to get creative for that one. Find something smaller. As for our main jet, let's clean out our emulsion holes. Flush it out with some brake clean, carb cleaner, whatever the hell you want to use. No matter what you use, keep it away from rubber seals. So there's our two jets. Let's test our needle and seat. I'm just going to blow on the inlet. He is very happy, no complaints there. Pull our idle needle out. Yep, he's dirty as hell. Restored. Gonna make sure that's flowing into the carb there. It is indeed. That slide that I pushed up is still stuck there. Suppose that's reason to open up the top of the carb. Alright, let's clean him out. Back down, ye. There we go. Oh, it's not a constant velocity. A round slide that runs the main needle, and then a butterfly for the actual throttle. That is really weird. And it was definitely stuck too, so good thing I did that. That would have flooded the hell out of this thing. Let's check a couple more orifices, make sure they're clear. That one is now. Alright guys, good. Usually I would just use my brake clean with the straw, but I lost the straw on like Tuesday. And I barely know where I am, nevertheless where that is. Okay, all of our orifices seem to be clear. I think we're good to go ahead and put this sucker back together. Ooh, once I get this guy clear, that is. Let's see if I can find a wire brush or something around here with a really small bristle and get this to open up. Okay, so as promised, I've went and found literally a bristle brush that has really thin, really stiff wires. And I've got one to go all the way through our jet, so clean that out. Hey, there we go. There's a nice hole all the way through it. So there you go. If you're ever in a pinch and need to clean out a jet, find a wire brush, wire wheel on a bench grinder, something. There should be something around that you can use to pop those clean, and you'll be good to go. Just like we are now. With that, I'll get this reassembled, put back on the trike, and we'll try it again. All right. She's all reassembled. So confident that I put the tank back on, the airbox and everything. Let's see if this pays off, or I have to take all that back out. Now I can work on this mess. As mentioned, I now set to work on getting our headlight situation fixed. For the most part, this was just cleaning everything up and putting the wires back where they belong. Once that was done, I figured out which wire did which on the headlight harness, plugged the LED light in, and then ran into an issue with the switches. Unfortunately, something had happened to the power switch for the headlight and it was completely busted. Okay, so there's not really any fixing this. Tell you what I can do though. I can just connect these wires so they're on all the time, and then run the light off the high-low switch, since it's a 3-prong high-low and a 2-prong LED. Let's do that. Alright, got everything wired up in the switch. It was a bit of a pain in the ass, not gonna lie. It's not as good as the original headlight looked. Alright, that's fixed. I wish I had a front fender. We're gonna need to get some air in this tire and maybe straighten the bars out a little. They look a little bent up. But we're getting close to ready to ride. Better. This one's too far back. That's straight on the tire, so a little further forward with this guy. Oh yeah, I can live with that. Holy shit, front brakes. Holy shit, somewhat rear brakes. Well, that's that. Suppose this thing's pretty much fully restored. Let's see if she rides. Honestly, any more testing is probably about a waste of my time. Let's get this sumbitch in the back of the truck and get ready to go north in the morning. The next morning, me and the 3-wheeler headed up to Ezra's to pick up him and his 3-wheeler. Look at that. We got room for the tools, cooler, gas, all of it. We're all loaded up. Ready to head north?
I reckon.
Let's go ripping. Well, it's been a few hours. About 45 minutes out. 3-wheelers riding well. Hopefully the old 250's taking lessons from the other 250 on how to run good and stuff. I mean, it is a Honda. I'm sure it's kind of instilled in it, but we're about there, ready to unload these suckers and go have some fun. We made it. We are at the cabin.
Oh, it's that little one there.
Oh, at the cabin.
That's your room.
Oh, good. We got, what, 160 acres of northern fall beauty to go ride through? This is going to be amazing. Dude, this thing blends in perfectly with the trees and the northern scenery. Hauls 3-wheelers like it's no one's business. This truly is the Minnesotan embodiment of a truck. The Chevy C10.
That's awesome.
Well, I said it last week, but it's worth mentioning again. If you guys haven't got one already, this is your 20-day warning. There's only 20 days left on the C10 shirt. This is a limited time only, pre-order only t-shirt. In 20 days, it will be gone. Head to junkyarddigs.com right now and get your own. And while you're there, check out some of our other merch, specifically these items on screen, which will be discontinued soon. If you guys haven't got one of these before, or if you're like me and you wore it out in the first year, now is your last chance to grab one or restock. Once again, junkyarddigs.com. Let's go check out our housing accommodations.
Yeah, absolutely.
On our 3-wheeler adventure.
Welcome to the cabin.
Oh, dibs on the noose.
I don't know why the rope's like that.
Oh, dude. We're going to be living at large. Wood stove. Plenty of wood to burn. Hell yeah. This is ultimate, like, hunting three-wheeler shack. Oh, who's sleeping where?
Well, you have 3 options. Tim's Tower, Elegant Palace, about $130 a night.
Oh,
Pretty convenient.
Oh, I didn't know we had to pay for these.
Mike's Mess is a little cheaper. That's like the Motel 6, you know?
It was a shanty. I think it's been demoted to Star.
Yeah. This will get you through for like $30 a night.
Is this where you sleep? Is that what the baby bumper's for?
Well, I have crazy dreams. And then Pete's Palace is
Ooh.
Elegant. If you're a family and you want a suite, this is really the answer. About $205 a night.
$205. How much was Mike's Mess again?
30.
I think looks like my bag chose the right one. Yeah. While we waited for the others, Ezra got out the maps and we made up a plan for the weekend. Since the others still weren't here yet, we went on an off-camera tour and explored the grounds. The first stop, St. Paul for the Minnesota Fairgrounds.
Welcome to the Minnesota State Fair. Here's a corn dog. And now you give me $700.
Oh, thank you. A few minutes of riding later, I realized my three-wheeler had a pretty bad problem. It ran okay, but if I overcooked a wheelie, it tried to kill me every time. Definitely didn't go just try to ride a little wheelie and this thing completely tossed me off. I've done that 100 times. But for some reason, unlike my other 250SX, this one kept rolling back on my face. I don't love that. Ezra figured it out. The bumper's on upside down. With that being the lower position instead of the higher position, it can't make a triangle and sit on its bumper. So it keeps rolling all the way back and it's gonna kill me. And that's not good.
Right.
So we're gonna flip this guy upside down. He is switching the brake lever because this did work until I did that. And it fell and broke this, I think, literally plastic brake handle, believe it or not. He's putting the front brake over there, so we still have reverse and a front brake. And we should be able to go do a little more testing, I suppose. By the time that was fixed, the other guys had shown up and started ripping around on some dirt bikes. It's finally time to go ride these suckers. We've got some beautiful trees, some beautiful Hondas. So let's go throw a GoPro on, do some trail riding.
Yeah, explore the nature.
Start out slow, you know?
It's like church. Like you're one with the trees and the nature, and you just, it's almost as good as church.
I think we went to a different church.
Well.
With that, I threw on a GoPro and we hit the trails. Hey, I have learned the clutch between gears does not really work, so that's fun. Also, these tires are quite roly-poly. Not nearly as stable as my other 250, so I'm still learning this one. Look at the colors, this is beautiful. Gotta love northern Minnesota. No airbox lid, this thing is loud. Like, listen to the wah. Very nice. Oh, that's rough. Look at the old girl just eating it up. Oh, very nice. Rock pile. Big old meats on the back kind of throw the gearing off on this thing. Weird. As you can see, our beautiful, peaceful ride through the woods is full of great colors and tranquility. Right until I hit a stump I couldn't see, and it quickly reminded me the rear tires had way too much air in them. Oh. What the fuck? Okay. So, this is what I'm talking about with this thing. Oh, God. That is the first time in my life I have ever crashed a three-wheeler. There's a stump right there. God, my hand hurts. I punched a tree. Something with the tires. They're too big, too much air, something. If you hit something on this 250, you get thrown off.
You're still alive?
I took a tree out with my face. Dude, I crashed hard. I've never crashed a three-wheeler in my life. I hit that stump, and it went straight sideways and threw me into a tree and then ran me over. It was bad.
Your rear tire?
Yeah, it immediately left the ground. It said, no, goodbye, get off. That The stupidest. I just crashed at 1 mile an hour. Dude, if I was going fast, that would have killed me. Pretty sure. That tree used to be straight until my face met it. Something's going on here. I don't know what it is, but the geometry of this machine is upset for some reason. I don't know if it's the tires are way overinflated and they're very bouncy, but I drive one of these every single day. It's my favorite machine. It's my 250SX at home, which is identical. It has a smaller tire that's not this big, aggressive off-road. It's that pattern, which is the sport tire. This is the wrong tread. I drive the shit out of that thing, and I've never crashed it or anything. And this one, I've almost fallen off 3 times and got thrown into a tree once. What's going on here? Let's let some air out of these, see if they takes a little more energy out of them maybe.
Yeah, let them wrinkle over that.
Yeah, I think they're just rebounding really bad. I literally broke the tree out of the ground with my hand.
No longer alive.
Sorry, little guy. Okay. Tires are visibly smaller now. Looking for a stick, a rock. There's something. Let's try that. I'm gonna hit it. Hey, look, I just went right over it. Okay, this is a lot better. Yeah, I think we got it figured out now. They seem to be pretty even left to right. Oh yeah, this is better. Okay. Front tire's still too small, but okay, same scenario just happened twice. I stayed on. I think we got this figured out. With the air pressure and the rear tires lower, I felt much more confident in the machine and its handling ability at low speeds. The next thing was to test high speeds and durability of the driveline. We drove through the trails a bit more until we ran into Ezra's brothers who'd be helping us run the test. Alright, well the trail ride went okay. Air pressure on the tires seems to help a lot. We're going to call that fixed. I want to get these guys on this thing and have them run some hot laps. So I think they've devised a little time trial out here in the woods with the 3-wheeler. Let's turn them loose. Before the real racing started, Evan took a couple practice laps to work the track in so we could see it better at high speeds. About halfway through his first lap, however, the 3-wheeler started making a really weird noise.
No, I think your Kickstarter is still trying to kick.
Did it get into the tire?
Tire here.
Here, is there a chance we can just take that damn thing off?
It's possible.
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
Let's just get that out of there. You know, it's a race mode. You don't need that anyway. Just more weight. Alright, there we go. With that fixed and the track worked in, we decided we would all get 3 laps. 2 warm-up laps and 1 timed lap. Now we could sit here and watch 8 minutes of us doing the same thing over and over again, or I could find a badass soundtrack and make some sweet 3-wheeler footage. I think I'm gonna go with that one. Let's begin. here's the results, I suppose. So congratulations to whoever won it. We won't know until later.
Hell yeah! We're all sharing the champagne bottle. Yeah, we can buy champagne.
Look at a jug of gas you can shake.
There we go.
2-stroke oil.
I told them the winner gets free access to your teas, so.
Yeah, let's shake a twisted tea. Perfect. Well, what now? It's not rock pile.
Title the rock pile? I think so. Why
Yeah.
not?
With that, we set off through the trails towards the rock pile on the other end of the property. Onward to find a rock pile obstacle. I don't know. Just proof you can still go out there and find stuff for an affordable price and go have fun with it. You got 800 bucks in this thing, which is probably as it sits all it's worth. But it's a good machine. Oh, there we go. A little bit of obstacle. Very nice. I really just hope the camera's picking up the colors right now, dude. It's the most beautiful thing ever. Oh, buddy, look at this. That is just beautiful. A big red Honda to boot.
Careful, it will kill you.
Thank you, I forget.
Yeah.
Although I was reminded today, for the first time ever. New game. Who can catch the most leaves?
One hanging by a spider web, that one does not count.
You know, this was great, like 20 seconds ago.
There's a lot of leaves coming out.
There's one 30 foot over there. Oh, here we go, here we go. No, no, no. Shit. Look at the colors up there, though. Oh, on your right, on your right. No, no, now we're just stuck. Okay, well, good thing these have reverse. This is the leaf clip. I can't wait to edit this. It'll be just us staring at the sky for 38 minutes. Oh, Ezra's got a bunch up there. Oh, oh, he committed. You gotta stay on the machine. Oh, yeah! I missed it by an inch or a foot, I'm not sure. Oh, oh. It's a maple. Oh, Canada. Oh, shit. I about crashed. Yeah, yeah, okay. So this is an 85, and it shouldn't have a white tank. I think someone changed the tank, we've discovered. That should be white, too. Oh, dude. Dude, cars. I think you've told me about this truck before.
Yeah. Always been here since I was a kid.
Minnesota truck, but it's straight. Oh, well, the bed needs a little help. And poop. She ain't, oh, manual? It's got heat, and that's it.
All you need up in the north.
No, that's a weird looking 454. It's one of those straight 6 ones.
Yeah. Huge. I mean, it's a coffee can per hole.
Dude, we have to come back and do a video on this thing. This would be great.
You definitely should. And it's within riding 3-wheeler from the cabin. It's a little bit of a drive, but
It's merely 7 hours north.
all the way.
See that thing is, dude? Sand the points, tickle it with some fuel, done. Like, I'm talking 90 seconds.
One day, when Ezra has his back 40, we'll call it, or his swamp, as Shrek would say, this is going to be parked there. I don't know why. It's such a piece of junk. I get that. This truck is not worth saving. But as a kid walking past it, like, I just have an attraction to it for some reason.
Dude, she ain't that bad, really.
The color mismatch, it gives it a little bit of ratty attitude. And
Cut the long box down, put some OSB in the bed, QA1,
yes, and
spicy small block,
we want a Mark IV in there.
big block. Oh, yeah, you want to make the grill
I want
match.
to make the grill. It's way harder to swap a grill than it is an engine.
Yes, yes.
So
As we
figured this out.
this week, yes, perfect. Well, I suppose you guys will have to stay tuned. Maybe we'll film this tomorrow. Maybe we'll film it 38 years from now. I don't know. You'll have to subscribe. This will happen.
Oh yeah.
Goodbye, truck. Oh, nice. Nice. Onward to the rock pile. Man, he's pretty good at that. No way, not through it. Oh, about spilt the beans.
Rook got me.
About spilt the beans.
I feel like we kind of found out there's not a lot of terrain in northern Minnesota that stops them.
No? What about this way?
I care about my differential, and that's made over.
I don't. I'll go.
I know a guy.
First, the easy way. Very easy, very easy.
Now the hard way.
Woo! Spicy.
Hey, look, a bird. Hey, what? Oh, hey.
Of course, it rained before we came here. Here's the trick: if you don't touch the ground, you can't get stuck. Obviously, the reigning champion, it's up to him. Oh! Nope. Maybe I'll help you out a little bit here. No one saw this either. This is like real rock crawling. There's strategy, there's warming tires up. I think you go for third.
Third?
It's all up to you, Evan. You got this. You're young, you'll heal. Oh! Careening over the pile. I told him third was the answer. Check the rock pile off as still not able to stop a 250SX. Oh, now it's effortless. That was smooth.
You need to try now.
Yep, I suppose.
It's been done.
Oh yeah. There's the groove worked into it now. All right. Your turn.
I'm kind of nervous.
No, you're good. Just give it. Close your eyes. First try. Look at that. All right, well, he went up that easier than me walking up it. We're running out of shit to put this thing through for a test. The 250SX is just unstoppable. Oh, you know why? There's a Junkyard Digs sticker on it.
These stickers don't add horsepower like the traditional.
Yeah.
They add immortality.
Yeah, literally like boom, immortality. After the rock pile, the only other thing we could think of was the swamps, which we drove straight through with no issue once again. At this point, the only thing left to do on the 250SX was see how far we could wheelie down the hill. Supper time, campfire, hamburger, wheelie nationals. Evan first to the plate here. Let's see how he does. All right, he set it up good on the backside. Now it's a game of balance and engine braking. Maybe another try. Attempt 2. Oh, he's looking good. Ooh, a good one. After that, we had supper, gave Evan his prize Twisted Tea for winning the time trials, had some beers, and went to bed. Good morning, folks. Final day at the cabin. Pretty much just packing stuff up this morning. The 250SX has proven that it can go through anything we throw at it out here in Minnesota. It's been a beautiful weekend riding among the colors. I haven't been home in 9 days, and I have an 8.5 hour drive, and I'm excited to get this started and get home with the C10. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here so we can hit the road. We can do a bunch more riding footage, but honestly it's the same thing. Three-wheeler runs perfect, goes through any obstacle, sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes it throws me into a tree. I think it's thoroughly proven that it is truly still a Honda and still kicks ass. So yes, you can buy an old three-wheeler that's been sitting for years, throw 35 minutes of work at it, and enjoy it up north for a whole weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We will see you right here next time on Junkyard Digs. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out some other small engine or large engine content that we have on the channel. And if you haven't seen it, go check out the C10 video because it is ridiculous. Check out our merch, junkyarddigs.com. Stay greasy out there. Peace.